to you and says for you to do something, you need to take that heed to that calling and go do it.
So what was it that the Spirit said to do?
It said to go reach out to Joe Jackson and find out and tell America and tell the people what the secret is that kept his family so strengthened and kept them together so many years and kept his family to be, to be so talented and successful in life. And when I say successful, I mean to keep that family unit there together and to be strong, because him and Catherine are still married to this day.
The mother of all those 9 children.
Of all those 9 children.
Wow.
And he's still successful. He's still doing a lot of great things, Joe Jackson, and so is she.
Wow.
You understand?
Like what kind of great things?
Well, you'll see on the.
Okay.
You'll see.
Okay,
We'll
great.
talk about it, and like I said, it's going to be a special. Hopefully, we'll have it as a
yeah,
special.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, we talked about that, and I think we'll let the world see it because it needs to be seen.
Well, I'm really excited about this. Thank you for premiering a little clip of this. So I guess we'll roll the clip with Basha and Joe Jackson, and we'll take it.
We'll take a look, right?
Thank
you.
I'm honored that you.
Well, it's new reality. Our beloved Mr. Joe Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Jackson, it is an honor, and I am so pleased, and I feel so blessed that you're here with me today. And I know this is the grace of God that it happened this way, because there was a picture on my mantelpiece with my mother and father when I got married. It was like they were getting married because my mother and father weren't married. They were not married. I was born out of wedlock. And my father had children here and there, but he said he knew I was his baby, okay, because I had some things like him, my eye, and I got a birthmark. And my father passed away, and that's why I say the Jackson family is so blessed to have you, and the world is blessed to have you, because when I looked at that picture with my mother and father, I always looked at you and I said, there is a spirit there that used to call you to me, and I used to want to be in that Jackson family. I used to wish I had a mother and a father and sisters and brothers under one roof. And I just got so upset when Michael passed away. I have to tell you this, and I'm telling this to my audience. And I talked to women in the community, and we all agree about it. I could say most of us agree. I'm sure you're going to have those that don't agree, but we ain't talking to those that don't agree. But maybe you can learn something today, so I'm glad that you tuned in, is that, when there's a family unit together, and you raise the children in an era when black was not beautiful, okay? From what I know about you is that you worked 2 jobs, and you had either 9 or 10 children. I think y'all lost one, I'm not mistaken, and blessings go to that child. But the thing is that you came and you did what God said. You came and you found a wife, which was a good thing, and you went and multiplied. And from your children, who are the blessings to you, you blessed the world. Because you know something, when your children ate, we all ate in little ways here and there around the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't want to do a whole lot of talking, but I'm just so adamant about getting this message across that we, as a black woman with 2 sons that didn't have a father to raise in her, my father was not home. My father had to go out there and hustle on them streets for $1 or a dime just to give my mother some money. You understand? You stood with your family. You stood firm against racism and prejudice and poverty, and you're still standing strong. And America, you need to recognize that. This is independent television, and we're going to tell it to you like it is, okay? There is no way that anybody could talk about this man and not know his legacy. So they can talk because people are going to talk because they talked about Jesus. But the truth be told is that he is a father of these children that raised them with 2 jobs under circumstances that were horrific. And the first thing I want to ask you today is, how was that back in the times when you first started out, when you and Catherine got married? Just give us a little peek into, your vision and how it was when you met Catherine and when you started getting started in the industry. And just give us a little peek about that, please.
First, I want to thank the people here at the DoubleTree Hotel.
The DoubleTree, yeah.
Here in
Jersey City.
Jersey City.
New Jersey.
Jersey City in New Jersey here.
Yes.
Because this is one of my favorite hotels here.
Oh, good.
But getting back to your question.
Yes.
Catherine, I met Catherine back in the early 50s there, in East Chicago, Indiana.
In Chicago.
East Chicago,
Indiana. Okay.
Yes. And by being in that neighborhood, I was able to to be there when she's around there a lot of times, and I got a liking to her, and then we started liking each other, and then.
Did you court? Y'all courted?
Well, a little bit, not too much, but we did because
y'all kind of knew.
It was it's a new situation, but it turned to be a great situation.
Right.
And from that point on, it grew larger and larger and larger. Then finally, we got married in the 50s.
You got married in the 50s. And when you got married, was the plan to have a big family, or you just now? And because I'm interested in like your childhood, like how were you brought up? How was your mother and father? Because just like there's a Joe Jackson, there was a man that planted the seed to make Joe Jackson. Can you talk a little bit about your mother and father so that the world can know who you really are?
Yes, I was brought up.
Thank you. That was nice, that little
you're
clip.
welcome. You're welcome.
Because I got the sense he really still loves his wife. And they really have a good connection still.
Yeah.
So what was his feeling, though, about Michael and that whole stress that Michael seemed to be under?
I just think that he loved his whole family. He loved everybody in it. Michael, he loved Michael. I mean, you know, when you come from a family like that's strong, especially, and I need to say in the African-American community, we don't have those family units like that, as many as we'd like to. You know, we came from a horrific past, which was not too long ago, where they was, you know, separating us from our children, from mothers and fathers, and selling us like we were just nothing. So to have that family unit like that is so important, and it's so valuable to us. But society has done such a terrible thing here because, like you said, like beating, when you say like spank a child, like now they'll call 911 on you. You know what I mean? You go to jail. The kid will have you in jail. You can't even tell them what to do and what not to do. But you know, so it's a valuable asset.
So you say there are more role models like the kind you want to create in the communities that you're working with, right?
I'm reaching out to all people around the world because I think that we're all a human family.
That's what I think.
Oh, I know we are. I know we are.
So, and how do we